They have certainly transformed this place as EA Sports welcomes you to beautiful Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. This is taken at the 3. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their dangerous wide receiver, 97 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carry for Kenyon Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things.
And right away, he lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Following the fumble recovery, Keenum surveying the field and unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Back to the air. Keenum on second down. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. He's got time. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
So now here come the Dolphins. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down, Drake. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's Keenum now on second down. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. This is the running back, Powell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the gun, it's Keenum. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
Keenum now on 3rd and goal. He's got under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Barth puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Dagger! 380!
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there of 22.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw is Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On first down, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now it's Tannehill. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
380.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here's Tannehill, and Cameron has it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To the air again, Tannehill. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Throwing is Keenum on third down. Dumps off to Powell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route. Looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and
no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's Powell. And he'll be limited to a... Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep for Miami, the rookie Jakeem Grant. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That's taken on the 25. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
They come out here in the eye. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
Yeah, a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And now it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it brings up 4th down.
My high school coach, John Laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you Laddie?
He called me Laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Let's put our... Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Here's Keenum, and it's brought in by Eric Decker. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
They run with Powell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. We focus our attention now on the Jets' defense. Hope they didn't get too comfortable on the sideline. They had the 3 and out, the punt return for a touchdown. Boom, right back out there.
They're okay with that, though, because of what it led to. And let's face it, they keep a statistic, 4 3-and-outs. Most teams want to lead the league in those as well as in takeaways.
They'll be looking for another 3-and-out this time. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. This is caught, the tight end Cameron. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The play clock's running down. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Powell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He needed 2. He got 1. And back now in Miami. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They'll defend from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. State alum, Jay Ajayi. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And Stills over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They come up in an offset eye.
380, 20.
Play clock winding down. Tannehill over the middle and into the hands hands of his receiver, Landry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Charles, on the slant, you always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
Set 380. 380.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Tannehill now. They give to Ajayi. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He's back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get the game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's 4th down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Keenum got to have this one. Finding time. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of it.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Right back to Dre. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Smith catches left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. Back to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They run for it. Here's Powell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And now they're in the hurry-up. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll look to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside, and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it. It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Marshall will be the lone receiver right.
Hang on now. Green 39.
Now it's Keenum. Wilson snags it left side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes...